Alrighty, we're talking about histograms, and you can start with a statistical question when we talk about histograms. So remember, a statistical question is one that anticipates a variety of answers. So for instance, the question I'm using for this example, how many books have you read in the last year? Hopefully it's a lot. I'm just making up this data set here. The number of books, you can see that I use an interval from 0 to 3, and you can see 3 people responded that they've read anywhere from 0 to 3 books. The next interval I used was 4 to 7 books. You can see 9 people responded to that. 8 to 11 books, 8 people responded to that. And then there were 2 people that said they read 12 to 15 books in the last year. So we have a data set of 0, 1, 2, and 3. When we talk about the interval from 0 to 3, that is really 4 numbers. I know you think, well, 3 minus 0 is 3, but really there's 4 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 whole numbers, I should say. And then the next interval also has 4 whole numbers, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we could say the same thing about these next two intervals. All of the intervals in a histogram have to be equal. So you can see the range of numbers is 3. 15 minus 12 is 3. But the number of whole numbers inside of each interval is 4. And that's important that they're all equal. Otherwise, it's not a histogram by definition. So when we make the histogram, you can see my bars here. There's no space in between these. In other words, I don't have between here and here. I don't have any space. I can just put the bar right next to it. So for 0 to 3 books, 3 people read them, and you can see all the information is the same. And what I want you to understand about this as well is it's not possible to find any central tendencies or really variation here because we don't know how the data breaks down. We know that 8 people read 8 to 11 books, but we don't know if 4 people read 9 books, 2 people read 10 books, or 1 person read 11. We don't know how that data breaks down. So you can't really find a number that occurs the most often because for all we know, it could be that nobody read 8 books, everybody read 9 books, and nobody read 10 or 11 books. We just don't know what the mode will be. It could be 9, could be 10, could be 11, could be in here, it could be in here. I mean, it could be a lot of numbers. So we don't know what the mode is. We don't know what the mean is. We don't know what the median is. We also don't know the range because is 15 the highest number? Is 14 the highest number? Is 13? We don't know. You take the greatest number and subtract it with the smallest number, but we don't know what the greatest number is. We also don't know what the smallest number is. These 3 people that read 0 to 3 books, we don't know if they read 0 books, 3 books, or somewhere in between there. So a histogram can give us just a broad picture. Some of the things that we could figure out from here, well, we could figure out that there were 3 plus 9, whoops, don't want to move that, 3 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2 people, which equals 22 people. There were 22 people surveyed. We could say nobody read more than 15 books. We could say that, for the most part, the class read 4 to 11 books. You can make general assumptions about this histogram.